Hello everyone, welcome to our yoga class for beginners. Let's begin with breathing in and slowly breathing out. Let's do this one more time. Breathe in, and on your exhale, put your right hand on the mat and stretch the side of your body. Try to reach with your arm to the side. And now let's switch sides. Let's breathe in again. And on the exhale, let's stretch the other side of our body. You can look up to the ceiling or down to the floor. Doesn't matter, whatever is more comfortable for you. Nice. Now let's go back. Let's go to the back of our mat and sit in the child pose position. Relax here for just one moment. And now with the rounded back, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, go to the all fourth position. So let's do this really slowly. And now go back to the child pose. And now let's do this with the wavy motions. Go forward with rounded back and go back to the child pose. Go forward again slowly. And let's stay here in the tabletop position. Put your right arm in front of you and let's stretch our shoulder. Just relax your head, relax your neck, and just stay here for a couple of breaths. Let's go back. Reach your arm to the ceiling and thread your arm, like thread the needle, and let's stay here, rotating our back, relaxing our head and our neck. Good job. Now let's go back to the tabletop position. Round your back. Let's do a cat-cow exercise. Nice. Inhale and round your back on exhale. And one more time. Inhale and round your back on the exhale. Nice. Now let's stretch the left shoulder. Let's do the same that we did for the right side. First, reach to the top of the mat with your arm and relax for a couple of breaths in this position. This is a half of a puppy pose. If you can, or if you are more comfortable, you can do the full puppy pose. Now let's reach to the ceiling with your arm and thread the needle. Relax your head, your neck, and stay here for a while. Good job, guys. Now let's get back to the tabletop position. From here, point your toes, and now let's go to the downward facing dog. This is the first downward facing dog of the practice, so stay here for a couple of seconds and go back to the tabletop position. You can do this one more time. Go back to the tabletop position and back to the downward facing dog. Let's walk your dog. Let's bend our knees one at a time, just to stretch our knees, stretch our calves as well. And now let's go to the full downward facing dog. It's okay if your knees are a little bit bended. You don't have to have a straight legs in this position. And from the downward facing dog, gently go to the plank position. Now put your knees, your chest and your chin on the mat. And now let's do the half or baby cobra. Go down to the mat. And now let's do baby cobra again and transition to the downward facing dog from the baby cobra. Now stay here for a couple of breaths. Try to relax your neck here. And now with the wavy motion, go to the plank position. Now put your knees, chest to the floor and go to the full cobra position. Go back to the downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. And now if you're ready, you can do the full chaturanga tantasana after doing plank position. And now go to the upward facing dog so your hips are not touching the mat, and go to the downward facing dog. You can repeat this sequence as many times as you need. If you're done, let's go to the fold position and just stay here for a while, just stretching your hamstrings and your knees. Now go up halfway, go back down. Go up halfway again and go back down. Put your left leg behind you in the high lunge position. Stay here, try to keep your right leg straight. And now transition to the warrior two position. Place your back hand on your knee or on your leg and stay here in the peaceful warrior. And now let's just go to the other side and put your elbow on your knee and stay here in this position for a couple of breaths. If you're comfortable, you can just touch the mat with your fingers. If not, you can leave your elbow on your knee. And now let's work on our shoulder mobility, just making circles with the arm. Arm should be straight. Go a couple of times in one direction, couple of times in the other direction. Nice. Now rotate, look forward, stay in the high lunge position, and slowly and gently put your knee on the mat. And let's stretch here in the low lunge position. Now put your hands on the mat. Go back to the plank position. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra position. And downward facing dog. Now walk forward and stretch, relax in the fold position. Go up halfway, go down, and now let's do the same sequence that we just did for the other side. High lunge. Rotate your back leg and stay here in the warrior two position. Now slowly transition to the peaceful warrior. Now put your elbow on the knee and reach to the side of your mat. You can look up to the ceiling or down to the mat. And again, if you feel more comfortable, you can straighten your arm and put your fingers on the mat. And let's work on the shoulder mobility again by doing circles with our arm. Now go back to the high lunge position, arms up, And slowly and gently put your knee on the mat and stretch here for a couple of breaths in the low lunge position. Now put your arms on the mat, go back to the high plank position, chaturanga, high cobra position or upward facing dog, and now downward facing dog. Let's relax here for a bit. Try to keep your back straight and relax your head and neck. Now hop forward to the fold position. Place your feet on the shoulder length and relax your back by just swinging side to side. Nice. Now let's rotate our legs a little bit, point our toes to the sides and go to the yoga squat and straighten the legs. Go to the yoga squat again and straighten the legs. You can do this several times in your own pace. This is a great exercise for hips mobility, especially for those who are sitting all day in front of their desks. Let's stretch our hamstrings a little bit more. Go back to the yoga squat and let's stay here for a couple of breaths. You can push your knees with your elbows if you feel comfortable in this position and if you feel that your legs can be stretched a bit more. Great, now let's sit on the mat and work on our abs a little bit. Just let's do the simple boat pose. Try to keep your back straight here in this position and try to relax your neck. If it's too easy for you, you can straighten your legs. Good job, guys. Now let's slowly lay down on the mat. Let's massage our lower back by doing circles with our knees, one side. Let's do circles to the other side. And now one of my favorite poses for opening the hips is a happy baby pose. Just grab your feet with your arms, with your hands, and just stay here. Try to relax in this position, close your eyes, and just notice how the knees are sinking down closer to the floor, to the mat. Put your legs down on the mat and let's relax here, either in a shavasana or you can relax in the laying butterfly position. And yeah, you can stay here for more time if you need to, but I am not going to, stop you from finishing your workout. So if you're done, just roll to the side and let's sit in the lotus position and let's breathe in and slowly exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me today.